Hello, Rachel here, your astrologer, with a cosmic update about the full moon in Aries. It's the 17th of October 2024. Now, every time we have a full moon, the moon gets brighter and bigger and illuminates for us as individuals that polarity and balance between whichever signs it's balancing at this time. So at this full moon, it's Sun in Libra. Sun is shining on Libra tendencies and qualities. So harmony, love, justice, fairness, compromise, cooperation, charm, and everything going hunky-dory, smoothly, beautifully. On the other side of that is Aries. So our emotional self, the moon, is going to go, oh, but where are my feelings about this being triggered in an Aries way? Now, Aries is the opposite of Libra because rather than focus on compromise and other people and, oh, what have you got to say about this? Oh, let's just be nice and be kind and all that, Aries goes, but who are you and what have you got to say then and do and be that individuates you? Where do you stand in your courage, your independence, your drive, your action taking, your willingness to stand up against the crowd, to obliterate all groupthink, and to be the leader and go first, even if nobody knows what you're on about, nobody agrees with you? You're going to do the thing because you know you're imbued with courage and energy and drive. And that is where it's calling us into balancing this polarity. Now, we won't all be feeling the same because whatever is our own truthful, authentic place of integrity for us at this moment in time, at this moment in balance, is what's true for you. And that's the only thing you ever need to pay attention to. What is true for you? Now, Libra and Aries, just with as with any of the signs, they have almost like a vibrational scale of the energies that the characteristics that they represent, if you like. So the moon is calling us into our Aries self, taking care of your own needs, minding your own business, staying really sure in your own energy. It doesn't matter what all of this Libra stuff is going on over here. Being so mindful that Libra represents one end of the spectrum, and in terms of societal conditioning, family conditioning, lots of conditioning that we've all been through, how many times have we been told Libra type things? Just be good. If you haven't got anything nice to say, don't speak at all. Ooh. There have been lots of times over the millennia where human beings have been repressed with Libra type wording. Just be kind. Well, no one's going to argue about kindness. What are you going to argue to say, I'd rather be an asshole? I'd rather be utterly selfish and thoughtless, because you're going to make yourself sound horrific, right? However, this is why Libra at the low vibration can be a real sneaky little bleep, because you're giving yourself over to people pleasing, codependency, shutting your mouth because you're afraid of what other people might say or think. Do you have the courage to be unapologetically truthful yourself and totally in your own power, and to be able to say to any of this gaslighting, shaming, whitewashing, toxic positivity over here, to be able to say, it's okay, but I see through that. I'm going in this direction anyway. Because one thing I will say about the new incoming, yes, we're probably already in it really, but the new incoming Pluto in Aquarius age, the age of Aquarius, it's all about freedom, independence, change, rebellion. We need more people to stand up in their Aries daring, courage, and knowing their own truth. Otherwise, what are we going to have? Everybody's going to be under this Aquarian rebellion. We're going to have people who haven't a flipping clue leading some kind of revolution. No, 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 we can't have that. We've got every opportunity here to really feel into the individuation of the Aries vibration. So, whatever it is that you stand for and that you're good at and that marks you out as being different and a leader, that's what you're really being called into and shown at this time. Now, every sign has these vibrational differences. So, obviously, if we're talking about low vibration Aries, it's like start an argument in an empty room, selfish, thoughtless, going ahead and saying things that are hurtful without thinking about the consequences for another person. Nobody's going to advocate for that. Nobody watching this video would anyway. And therefore, where have you swung to the opposite extreme and gone, oh, safer not to say anything. I think I'll just sit in the corner and be a quiet, good girl. What? Where's that going to get you? So it's just catching your own tendencies and how they play out for you. Have you overly withdrawn or held back because your Aries tendencies have got you into hot water or into trouble? Now, one thing that I will say for Aries that is quite often misunderstood, and all of my Aries, Sun in Aries counterpart female friends will all vouch for this. Wherever Aries just goes ahead and does the thing and says the thing, if others misconstrue that, Aries is probably the sign who can just hold their own and repair quite quickly, forgive and forget really, really quickly. No grudges held because we're just going off in the next direction, because it's really important. We're imbued with the independence to stand up, speak up, and go first. Okay, possibly Sagittarius has that similar quality. It's just like repair quick. It's okay. Let's get over it. So going back to Libra, no one's arguing that Libra qualities are bad or wrong. So wherever you find yourself judging either end of this spectrum as it's arising for you at this time, step right out of that. Step out of judgment, because that's not serving anyone. That's just sabotaging the whole thing. Be super honest with yourself. Where do you hold back or compromise or whatever? And later it comes and bites you on the ass because this Aries side goes, oh, should have stood up for yourself. And it's like, oh, yeah, I really should. Or is it the reverse, where you're a little bit more active in your Aries energy and then you kind of go, didn't really think that one through before I said it. Whatever it is that comes up for you, just really pay attention to the fact that societal conditioning massively favours Libra energies because it fears Aries. Why? Well, its ruler is Mars. Mars is war energy. I am not talking about war energy. The highest vibration of Aries is utterly sure of herself and himself. Utterly sure. Kind as they hold their own independent vibration, they understand their own value and truth and ability to take action, ability to take responsibility, ability to go first. And having done that on the Aries side of things, they can then say, that is also true for everyone else. But this one comes first. It's almost like the two commandments. Trust yourself and do your own inner work first, and then create these compromises and collaborations and listening and wonderful, okay, let's do this together on the Libra side of things. Okay, is it just an invitation? This is an invitation for you to consider. Use any of these things as journal points. Just be really careful and observant as you're paying attention to yourself at this full moon of where you may swing between the extremes, and you're either in one energy or you're in the other. Look to your own natal chart to see where does this polarity play out. And this particular full moon is at 24 degrees of Aries. So check to see whether you have any personal planets around that area. Chiron is very close to that at the moment. So this could be wounding. I think this is collective wounding for a lot of people. Where did we just not stand up and do our own thing because we were so busy gaining acceptance or approval from somewhere else or someone else or from the group or the family? I mean, I will say again, I've probably said this a lot of time, but no good comes from groupthink historically. So what else do I have to say? I made a few notes. One sec. So whatever this time brings for you, UK time, the full moon is at its fullest at 12:30 today, 17th of October. I personally find that when the moon has peaked, afterwards, that's when it's like, oh, the realization comes. However, we are in this energy. So this morning, moon has been moving through the second and third decans of Aries, going through whichever part of your chart that is illuminating. So check your own chart to see what's going on. And remembering that this is about how you choose to do your balancing. The beauty of every full moon is it occurs in a completely different part of your chart. It's never it'll be in, the same sign. Like, last year around this time there was full moon in Aries, but it won't have been at the same degree. So you get it impacting and aspecting different parts of your internal energy. And this is why there's something to use and evolve and grow with every single time there is a moon cycle. So just to recap, wherever you stayed comfortable in any of these self-sabotaging energies, where you've been comfortable and fair and harmonious and just and all these wonderful righteous qualities, has it sabotaged your own individuation and self-mastery and courage? Okay. And vice versa. Have you gone hell for leather all in one direction and now you're going, actually, I just ignored this Libra aspect and now there's some deeper work for me to do on that part? Okay. Feel free to drop in the comments if this has been useful and what it read. Thank you for listening to this Cosmic Energy Update transmission, which is given freely to the awakening community, however and wherever you are awakening and whatever your personal story is. Everyone on the personal awakening journey can benefit from a professional one-to-one astrology reading that helps you stand out as the person that you were born to be. I offer a whole range of readings, so a birth chart deep dive, solar return, transits, what's going on in the cosmos readings, professional business astrology readings, alongside a range of courses and one-to-one support and mentoring. I'll put the contact details below for all of that. If you want to reach out to me personally, please do so. So if you are not looking for a reading at the moment, you can support my work in non-financial ways by liking and subscribing, commenting on this video, sharing it freely with anyone who you feel could benefit from this update at this time. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful full moon in Aries.